What is going on, everybody? My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 7. This should go up like what we've been normally doing, like 1, 2 a.m. on Friday. Probably won't get another My Hero Academia video until Sunday night, around like Sunday, maybe not too late. Maybe we'll try to get it up Sunday at a decent time. Um, because I'm not gonna have time tomorrow. Saturday's for Dragon Ball Super, and so Sunday we'll get into it. There's no football games this Sunday, so we should have some time. But I'm really excited just because we're getting to the good stuff. We're in one-on-one battles right here. From my explanation, anything goes. You just have to get your enemy to surrender or say they quit, or did they say you can knock them unconscious or make them like immobile? You just can't do anything killing wise. Correct me if I'm wrong or if I missed out something like that. Um, I'm just thinking this is kind of like I know I make comparisons to other animes with this all the time, but it's like a Naruto tuning exams thing. Pretty much do whatever, just don't kill them type thing. You can give up if you want to give up. That's kind of my understanding here. This is episode 7. You guys keep telling me episode 10 is going to be like groundbreaking, so we're trying to get there. We're going to find out more about this purple haired kid. Clearly, Deku breaks out of it, whatever his kind of mind control thing is. I'm interested to see how he breaks out of it, and then if the kid has any skill besides that. Um, so let's see what happens here. We are pressing play right now. So it should be interesting. And then it's one of those things where kind of like, depending on what your quirk is, you kind of need to have like decent hand to hand skill combat. Um, Quirk depending. Um, for example, like my guy that throws the purple things on his head, like if he doesn't connect with that or something, or someone gets on him close, he's got to be able to like throw hands and protect himself. Same thing with a bunch of other people. So for my man right here, um, that has the mind control thing, if somehow somebody breaks it or shakes out of it, he's got to be able to like go. So um, it should be interesting to see. What I really wanted to see happen was the copy guy end up in this and kind of like make it far if he was just able to like touch people every fight, and then like Quirk, same Quirk versus Quirk, that would have been pretty crazy. Um, but clearly we know Deku wins because of the way the bracket sets up. Deku and Todoroki are going to fight. What's crazy is it's so early in like the bracketing. You think that would be like a final battle thing, but it's making me think how this bracket is set up. I see two options here happening. Um, Deku and Bakugo face each other, of course, or we get kind of like another school thing again where the villains attack before um, the tournament is finished, which is very kind of like Naruto tuning exam esque. Um, but I could see something like the villains breaking in, but the people in the crowd think it's like part of the. But maybe the villains don't happen at all. The tournament just goes through smoothly. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. The episode is starting now. Here we go. So we know if you answer him, you fall under it. But then, how do you know? Force your opponent out of bounds or immobilize them. You can also win by making your opponent give up. So ring out, immobilize them, or they got to give up. Like if he's like yelling in a crowd and someone like responds, are they under control? And there it is. So what happens next? Is it like an all might one for all thing that shakes him out of it, or he can't move? What is this quirk? He didn't stand out at all, but could he actually be someone amazing? Victory or defeat? Now. That announcer. Here's some basic data. Oh, here we go. Since individual matches from here on out, I had someone compile it for me. Shinso's failed the practical exam. Of course, because he doesn't have any physical. Since he also applied for general studies, he probably knew that would happen. His quirk is very powerful, but the practical exam consisted of fighting villains. That gave an advantage to those with physical quirks. I agree. They should have had a better venting process to get into the hero course. Shinso wouldn't have been able to rack up any points with his quirk. You're lucky that you've been blessed. No way. Don't tell me like an All Might scream or somebody like yelling his name snaps him out of it. How does he snap out of it? Brainwashing. Answering his question turns on a brainwashing switch in his opponent's brain, forcing them to do what he says. If he doesn't want the brainwashing switch to turn on, it won't. In the fitness test on the first day of school, scored pretty low for the hero course. But even in the test where he didn't use his quirk, he did better than Shinzo. Dang, so he's physically just better than him. So he can determine if he wants his brainwashing to turn on. There has to be a weakness or a time limit. He's walking right to something's going to happen where All Might snaps him out of it. I mean, we know it doesn't go down like this. How does he get out of it is the question. Oh, he's aware his body's moving on his own. I didn't think he would be aware. Even though Jory warned me. Flashback. Oh, he even told him. I think that's how it works. Alright, here's how you beat it. I said I barely remembered anything until almost the end. You can only hold it for so long? When we were running away after Shinzo stole Tetsu's headband, looks like I ran into one of the horses on Tetsu. He just has to be touched. I remember what happened clearly after that. So he just needs physical contact? Well, how does he get out of it? Do your best for me. Wow, he's believing in Deku a lot. Is he gonna like bump his own fist or is it just gonna be sheer will that breaks him out of it? I mean, so far he's always found a way. What the fluff is that? Are those like all the previous like one for all holders? Yeah. So if he didn't have that quirk, he would never made it. Well, you know he doesn't step out, but they're making it real close. What did he do, though? Did he do that, or did the quirk do that for him? I don't know. I can't tell. Everything's always been. How did he do that, though? He's not going to speak. See, he didn't move them. What happened? What the fluff? Passed on to me like a sacred torch. People, the presence of the people who spun together this power. Did they save me? Let me answer. Well, don't speak. This should end quickly then. Oh, so he just has to talk in general. Well, now you're making it a little obvious. He's been very blessed. Does this dude have any physical, like, I was about to say, are you going to fight at all? He's not even, like, trying to stop this man from pushing him right now. I was about to say, give me something. He flipped him again. The good old, that old Irish whip. He threw him out, right? He is out. All right, they made that pretty quick work of that. I still want to know. I mean, again, I don't know how I feel about that though. Oh man, 3 years ago. Dang, we're flashbacking again. Now we're gonna get to see what his real thing. I think is they'd use it for evil too. Is he really evil deep down? It's good for believing in villain now. Dang, he's coming back too. In the finals, the first person to advance to the second round. Damn. I feel like he made it too obvious, telling him to like say something. He should have kept like playing it up like he was. Well, he's already down 2 fingers. I don't see how he beats Todoroki without completely like losing a limb or two. And I don't know the circumstances of the tournament. Um, are you? This is a 1 day thing. He's not going to be able to get healed or anything like that, is he? So if he goes all out against Todoroki and like gives up an arm or a leg for it, how does he even continue? I feel tight if I was that kid and I knew what. There we go. That'll help boost his morale. Oh, the heroes are acknowledging his quirk. See, depending on the results, they'll consider options. Who does he take? Who would he replace? Even if it didn't work this time, I definitely won't go. All right, I thought he was really gonna like fall down the deep end of the dark side. Dang, he got him right there. He doesn't even have to look at you. You can't even like mumble around that man. There it goes again. You do get to go to the nurse's office. Dang, that's cheating. You know what's? Do the kids end up finding out that he was gifted All Might's power? And if they do find out, I wonder what they think about him then. I wonder if they still think of him the same, like he didn't work for his or train for his. He was given the ultimate quirk. He's never even heard of that. Measure that allows you to overcome. Hmm. Like for a thing like Shinso's quirk, how does he how does he make his quirk stronger? How can he make it? Is there any way for him to build that? I don't know if there is. Like, can he make it just by like speaking at you, looking at you? He's got to build himself up physically stronger, better. But like, is it like a? I had that question earlier. Like, are some of these people's quirks like, can they even get any better? Um, yeah, like Todoroki can learn to like control his eyes better, cover bigger areas, and all that kind of stuff. Um, but how does he make his? Sheesh. Them in the same shot. Do they interact at all? Do they live together? From your siblings? I want him to give into that heat side too. That's what I'm saying. He can only take that ice so far that he's gonna bend. I feel like he's gonna have, whether it's protecting his classmates, trying to protect himself, or just take on a villain. I feel like he's gonna have to eventually use it. And I'm hoping he does, and just fully embraces it. Just be the be the amazing beast you were meant to be. Oh, Todoroki's up next against my tape man. Second in the first in prelims. You're way too strong, Rid. Is he gonna give up? Okay, I like the effort by my man right here. Is this gonna end? He could just burn that tape, okay, or just ice my man to death. Sheesh. Is he like taking his like powers even further from what we've already seen? My God. Maybe everything I just said before about him being only to take that ice so far, same thing about his dad. Maybe he can take it as far as he needs to. Jesus. Yikes. Yeah, that's my face right now. My man's straight domino piece, a straight. Are those his parents? Oh no, everyone's telling him don't worry about it. Are they scared? Under the eyes of the crowd that started shouting, don't worry about it. He looked very sad. Oh man, is that the episode? That's it. Honestly, that last whatever that was too. They stretched that episode. Usually it ends around like 19 minutes. That went like a full 21 minutes. I didn't think that was going to end at all. Um, but yeah, that last 2 or 3 minutes, in my opinion, honestly was better than the rest of the episode. I think the last two episodes, episode 6 and episode 7, have definitely been some of the slower episodes of the whole series, season 1 and 2. They weren't not enjoyable. It wasn't like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm sitting through watching this. But I don't know, just kind of one of those things. I just wish there was a better, or maybe I'm missing it. Um, One of those things like, is it because it was Deku and he's so motivated and wants to prove that All Might made the right decision and all this stuff that he was able to force that power out, or was it the quirk itself? And like he said, like all the people watching me, did they do it? All Might made the statement that it wasn't them; it was Deku that did it. Um, but I'm trying to think like, even if Deku didn't have the quirk, well, if he didn't have the quirk, he wouldn't have had any way to break himself out. But say if he had another quirk, let's say his quirk was like controlling air pressure, kind of like he just did right there, would Deku himself, being so motivated, would he have been able to break out of that, or was it his quirk again? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. I want to see, I just want to see more from Deku, or I want to see things like be more difficult for him. I want to see my man get like slapped around a little bit, or lose lose a classmate in front of his eyes or something like that. But overall, it should be interesting. I know. So we have episode 8, and we have two more episodes left until episode 10 with the showdown. Um, Most of you guys have already commented though that, I mean, if Deku uses 100% of his power, that he would just brush aside Todoroki. And maybe you guys clearly already know the result of the battle. I really hope the battle stretches more than one episode. We'll see how that goes. Because I'm guessing that's what episode 10 is the two of them facing off. I'm sure episode 8 and episode 9 will be more of the battle. I'm sure we'll see Bakugo's battle and a couple other ones. So I'm pretty sure episode 10 is going to be them facing off against each other. Um, it's kind of one of those things where, like, we're kind of not going to know, because if Deku uses 100% of his power, he's going to lose a limb. Whether he does it with a punch, he does it to, like, jump to Todoroki or whatever, he's going to lose a limb. But will that 100% power just completely just dust Todoroki to the point where Deku ends up winning again? That's kind of what I want to see. I mean, and then I've gotten two different opinions in the comment section. Some of you were saying that even though Endeavor is second, he is not even in the same league or worthy of a discussion of being close to All Might. Like, I asked the question, is like All Might here and Endeavor here, like they're that close, or is it like All Might, Endeavor? Some of you were saying, even at to this point in the series, we don't know Endeavor's true power. I would kind of think that Endeavor would be like kind of close, because if he hates All Might that much, I feel like he hates him because, like, he feels he's so close in power, but he knows he'll never make up that little bit of difference. If he already knew All Might was leagues ahead of him, it's like, why even bother? You knew you weren't even close. Why do you hold this huge grudge? Um, so I don't know. Some of you also told me that those are Endeavor's real flames. Like, that flame beard is really there. It's really his. So that's cool to know. Um, and yeah, I'm just ready for episode 10, of course, because you guys have been hyping it up. And I would like to see Deku starting to get this quirk under control. I want to see him have to, like, actually struggle and fight for it. Because, I mean, you could say that he was struggling as he was growing up because everybody had a quirk and he didn't. But I felt like he had come to the realization that, like, I don't have a quirk, I'm not going to get one, but I could still try to be a hero. Um, and now he's been given, like, the ultimate quirk, and everything is just working out, like just a domino effect. I want to see the dominoes, like, fall off course and him have to, like, bring it back in. That's all I'm hoping for. But we'll see how it goes. Episode 7 in the books. Again, I will try to get episode 8 up Sunday. It will be up Sunday. Hopefully, it just depends if I'm going to get it up Sunday at like 1 a.m. or at a decent time. We'll see. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,